Yo, 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 can everyone hear me? Yes, alright, perfect. So, how is everyone doing after the weekend? Quite some downside, yes? Loud and clear, perfect. Work meeting in 1 minute, damn. You'll be able to rewatch later. I'll have a link on the live stream, so that's fine. Surviving, perfect. Morning, morning. How do you play a Dartmoor candle? In most instances, you don't. Came across your content, accidentally learned more this last 2 weeks than in a whole year. Damn, thanks, man. That's really nice to hear. First day cigarette free, damn. All right, I guess we'll get started. So let me start off, as always, by giving a shout out to my sponsor, which is PrimeXBT. There's a link in the description, which you can use to make an account and to test the exchange. There's also a promo code, which you can use to get up to $7,000 in bonuses. So it's definitely worth checking them out. You can also copy trade people on PrimeXBT, and yeah, set all the settings you want, manage your risk and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely check out PrimeXBT. Now that's being said, let's take a look at Bitcoin here, right? So before jumping into the lower time frames, I posted a Bitcoin chart this morning actually. And this is what I wanted to see. So a sweep of these highs to get short and to target the lows. So just to let you guys know, I'm personally in a short position right now. Yeah, could be wrong, but I think the invalidation for shorts is pretty clear now that we swept some highs. But I'll get into this later, okay? So let's start off on the weekly and mark out all of these high time frame levels. So as I explained in the previous live stream, these were the levels I was watching, and I said I was looking for longs within this area, right? So now we've arrived at that area, but I don't really like the way we traded towards it, to be honest. What I wanted to see from earlier last week was downside and then an acceleration into this area with a wick and then a close up here, okay? But that's not what we got. We got sustained selling, not really with a wick, but continued downside consolidation, next leg lower, consolidation, next leg lower, which is really showing that sellers are pretty much in control, okay? So what I'm waiting for here is at least, so before I get swing long, or at least target like back towards 40k, is at least a sweep of last week's low into this area. Okay, so if we do this, I'll definitely be longing here. And then I'll just wait and see the reaction. If some buys start coming in, I'll obviously hold. If things look weak and we close some hourlies, for example, very weak, then I'll probably get out, because then probability wise it's more likely that we'll be trading towards the quarterly range low, which is sitting at below 30k. So then I think we go for a sweep of those lows and then look for longs on the reclaim. So that's pretty much my plan for the higher time frame. Not look for longs until we sweep last week's low. And if we go higher from here, I'll definitely be looking for shorts on sweeps of the highs and target last week's low. Okay, so let's zoom in a little now and explain those scenarios on the lower time frames. So this hourly range that we're trading in is from this low to this high. So we nuked, and then from this low we saw a decent bounce, made this high, and then started selling off again. So that's our hourly range. These equal highs here, so we had a high here and then made an equal high here. Got swept on this stop hunt yesterday evening. I was asleep then, but this was actually a clean short. Invalidation was pretty clean. Into supply, sweep, rejected, closed back below. Short stops, probably keep them above here. Now we sold off over the night. Let's mark out OTE from the high to the low. If this is the low in and we start bouncing here, then this is OTE. So you can see you have a clean invalidation on shorts, on anything you short in the upper half of our trading range, with clean invalidation above here. Okay, so the daily close or daily open was up here, right? So daily open, weekly open up there, OTE, clean invalidation. So this morning when we were trading here, before we saw this Dortmund or anything, well, whatever happened here a couple minutes ago, I was looking for shorts on the sweep of these poor highs, which is exactly what we just got. So we took out some liquidity to the upside, and we have clean lows resting below us. Here, 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 and then last week's low. So in my opinion, anything, any upside here is a fade. Even if we go back above here, invalidation on shorts is that clean that it's worth the risk, in my opinion, especially because we left all these lows below here. So yeah, as I already said, I'm personally positioned short right now. I took it half risk for now because yeah, it's still early in the week. And yeah, with Dortmunds like this, you always gotta be careful. Could as well just bump up again, so not risking too much. My entry is not that good. I actually missed a real sweep, but I think it's somewhere around here. And I kept my invalidation up there and target down here. As you can see, that's 1.5 R. That's more than enough for me. Half risk. So yeah, that's currently my thoughts on Bitcoin. I think we see some downside. So how am I gonna position myself then? If we see the actual nuke from here and sweep previous week's low, to be honest, I don't think that we'll see much more downside and like much more real nukes, right? I think anything below previous week's low will be a solid buy, to be honest. So a sweep in here, I think probability wise, there's a higher probability that we sweep and see a strong buyback than that we keep selling lower. But yeah, of course, don't blindly buy into weakness. That's not the best idea. But yeah, I think we're close to a local bottom. Also, if you take a look at the daily has a flat top, right? Just like I explained on this candle, where we had a flat bottom, which I didn't like. Then we took the flat bottom in the same day. So now we have a flat top. So that's definitely gonna attract price as well. So if we just mark that out, then obviously that's gonna be the daily and the weekly open. So if we sweep some lows from here, I'll definitely be looking for longs to trade back towards this flat top, and then we'll probably be taking out liquidity above here, above these highs in here. So yeah, looking for strength below here, long, add on confirmation, and then target would be this and this. But for now, I'm bearish and targeting lower because yeah, liquidity is clearly resting lower in my opinion, below here and below here. So then taking a look at some liquidation levels, as you can see, clean block of liquidations were resting here, up here. So if we do sweep the lows, as I said, I'll be targeting this flat high here into all of these liquidations. Okay, so that's nice confluence as well. We have some liquidations sitting below this low. So if we do something like this, where we take out this low and buys are coming in, so strength is coming in, this could be the low in my opinion, the weekly low already. But yeah, we'll have to see more price action for that. So yeah, let's see what we get. Those are my thoughts. Any questions? Thank you for streaming on the start of the week. No problem, man. Can you also tell prices? Image not clear. The quality of the video should be good, to be honest. 4400 is support, S&P 500 while they are going same. Is it make sense to long here? I don't really look at the SPX because I think if you trade Bitcoin, you should look at Bitcoin and not any other chart. So yeah. Is the OTE indicator only on TradingView? OTE is just the range, well, the fib extension, fib retracement here, and then you just gotta change the settings to this. How do you determine clean validation for your shorts or in general? If, well, it's just the more confluence you have, the cleaner the invalidation, right? So as I said up here, you have the daily open, the weekly open, OTE, all resting in the same area, and range high coming in here. So that's a confluence of all of those levels, and then so you know when price gets above there that it's really showing strength, right? So if it gets above here, that would be super strong, which means that invalidation above here is clean, in my opinion. What is flat top and bottom? Well, exactly as exactly what it says. A flat top is a candle without a top wick. As you can see, there's no wick on this candle. So flat top and flat bottom is just the other way around, where you have no wick to the downside. And that's something I use a lot in my trading. Whenever, also on the lower time frames, whenever you have a flat top or a flat bottom, those tend to get taken out before continuation to any side. So if you're already in a position on the lower time frames, for example, and you see price shoots up from the close, so from the hourly close, there's a high probability that price is gonna trade back down towards the open of the candle, just to make a lower wick. So that can make you feel more comfortable in a short, for example. If the candle closes and price shoots up, you could see it as strength, but yeah, I personally then see it as a high probability price is gonna trade down there again. As a day trader, on what time frame do you consider liquidity most relevant, daily or smaller time frames? Well, the drawn liquidity is always going to be bigger on the higher time frames. So zooming out to mark out key highs and lows, those are always going to be more key. But yeah, I use it on all time frames. Do you trade alts? Yes, I do. At the moment, not really, because yeah, they're pure trash and could dump a lot lower. So I'm taking it easy with alts and mainly focusing on Bitcoin now. But I definitely do. I did take a pretty stupid loss over the weekend. Actually, I think it was on Saturday. Yeah, right here. So after this sweep, I took a long and was targeting this high. But yeah, unfortunately, we got another sweep before taking the high up here. So it took a small stop out on that one. But yeah, let's see this week. Excited for this week. I think some nice plays are gonna come up. So yeah. As I said, I think bearish early in the week, which would be good for the remainder of the week, and would be bullish then, in my opinion. So yeah, I think some downside here, and then you look for longs. Either this, or ideally this. But yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna get the low, to be honest. I could also see us, because on the daily, as you can see, this low is yesterday low. And I think a sweep of that one might be enough. There's a shit ton of stops below here, in my opinion. So I could see something like this. Yeah, this one, to be honest. So sweep this and then quick reclaim and then higher. So yeah, I'll actually take some profit on my shorts there already. My entry is 35,234. 35,234. And stop about there. So yeah, take some off here and then keep the rest for lower. Not the best entry, of course, but as I said, invalidation was so clear and the probability was pretty damn high that we were gonna trade lower, at least towards here, which is why I still took it. Something a lot of people get confused about and don't think about. They only look at the risk reward, but it's a combination of risk reward and probability of a trade, right? If you take a super high risk reward trade but the probability is super low, then why would you take it? And the same way around, if the risk reward is pretty bad, but the probability is super high, then why not take it? Makes sense? Do you do this full time? Yes, I do. Any plans dealing with today US stock open or FUD meeting this week? Nope, I will absolutely not look at that. Usually you put tight SL. I put my SL where my invalidation is and nowhere else. Yeah, bear flags and stuff like that I don't really use. Do you ever frame a trade around the range mid-level? Yeah, I mean, if the confluence is nice around there, I will. But the mid-range is mostly for continuation plays. If you have a range and you're coming from an uptrend and then make a range, then the retest of our mid-range is usually a nice play to get long. That's what I mostly use the mid-range for. Anyways, let me put some TPs here because we're about to nuke. 34.6. Okay, nice. Yeah, I took some profit here on my shorts because, as I said, we just took major liquidity below this low, so this could be. But yeah, things could go fast here. It's time to pay attention. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hold for lower though. The rest, I closed half. Hold on, just gonna set some more TPs here. Yeah, whatever, nuke it. Set more TPs at this low. Another 1/3 of what's running still, and then 1/3 here and 1/3 a little lower. Because I think we do something like this, but don't really sell off big from this. I'd be surprised. Do you do Deegan trading sometimes? I used to, but and I like it, but I mean, most of Deegan trading ends up in a liquidation, so yeah, it's fun from time to time. But do you open position mainly in market, or do you trust in your set put limit order? I mostly open at markets and close, try to close limit, unless, like, for example, I shorted here, and then we start nuking and I forgot to set TPs below here and I see the instant buyback, I'll mostly close market, because chasing limit then can cost you really big money. Yeah. I think you should do these live streams more and more, so beneficial. Yeah. Mute your Telegram. Sorry. Still find it hard to judge a reclaim versus a deviation for my triggers. Yeah. Breakout or deviation is also a thing I think a lot of people struggle a lot with. Like, if you have a high and then price does this, is this a breakout above here or is it a deviation, right? And that's something a lot of people I think struggle with. Now, the best advice I could give you is look at the area that's above here, above this high. If the area here is very thin, then there's a higher chance that this is gonna be a breakout. While if there's a weekly open resting here, an order block, so sideways price action, supply resting above here, liquidation levels resting above here, and you do this, there's a higher probability that it's gonna snap back down and trade towards there. Because always think about how is the invalidation for in this case for bears if they open here, and how is the invalidation for bulls if they open here. If bears open here, they know invalidation is set above all those levels. If price goes above there, I'm wrong. If it dumps, I have a good risk reward short. So it's beneficial to open a short here. While if price is thin here and price does this, where is the invalidation for bears, then they'd have to keep their stops above here. So their risk reward for shorting there is horrible. While, well, I'm not saying then that bulls are gonna long here. But yeah, if shorts have a clean risk reward, then it's a higher probability that it's just gonna snap back down instead of that it's gonna keep going. So that's how I see things and how I approach deviations and breakouts. Make sense? Yeah, more screen time as well, gut feeling as well. But yeah, that's something you can't really teach, well, learn. It's just, yeah, watching Bitcoin all the time and spending a lot of time in front of the screen. G-Man, I don't really have numbers on the amounts Bitcoin sweeps the highs and dumps, or Mr. Japan. Do you trade with order flow? Nope, not really. Good morning, Otmain. Great explanation for deviation. Just makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone sees things in their own way, but that's how I see it and how I use it, and yeah, it's been working for me. So yeah, it's not looking good here, right? If this was bullish, we should have already been trading a back above here. So I think we're heading for this low and range lows. Wow, I said that and we started pumping. Okay. Nook. Yeah, so the hourly will probably tell us more. For now, it's just pure chop. Quite some short closing. Yeah, some buys coming in here. That's why I said this low, this is less significant, because this is a daily low. As you can see, that low is a daily low, right? While this one isn't. So this one is going to be more significant. It's also more isolated. As you can see from with this low, there's no lows near that low, while this one is much closer to this one. So this one is going to be more significant, which is why I think either the low is in here right now, or we had for last week's low. Guys, feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. That helps me a lot. There's 100 people watching and only 21 likes, so let's get the likes going. Always wondered if it's a good idea to buy strong supports, for example ETH at 1700. Never know if need to stick with target entries or wait for strong confirmation. I don't really get the question there. If it's a good idea to buy support, well, it's better to buy support than to buy resistance, right? Don't buy low, buy high. Yeah. Yeah, if this hourly closes green, we could be in for some upside, but I think if it closes green that we're just gonna be chopping. I don't think this is the weekly low in. So I'm gonna hold shorts, and I might even add back if we trade towards here again. The confluence again. Mid-ranges line up perfectly. Yeah, I think we either chop around or nuke. I'd be surprised if this is the low in. George, I asked this on Twitter once. How do you go net short to net long? What do you mean? Likes 100% in 2 minutes. Nice long. Do you trade perpetuals or spots? I trade perpetuals on Bybit. Yeah, well, in my case, my Bitcoin holding stack is on Bybit, and I trade with that. So that's why I trade on perpetuals and trade coin margined. But yeah, if you have your stack sitting in another wallet, it makes sense to trade with USDT. That's all personal preference, in my opinion. But yeah, since for me that's my stack I'm holding from all the way down to 3K. That's why I have that one on exchanges and trade with it and trade coin margin. Didn't we just do our first long scenario? Yeah, no, I said there's a chance that the local low is in if we sweep this low, but I definitely wouldn't long this sweep in here. Because the major draw on liquidity is still to the downside, in my opinion. The simple way to look at it is zoom out and mark your key highs and lows, right? And Then you have these highs that were key, and then it's this one, and this one, and the highs got swept while you have clean lows resting below us, which makes the draw to the downside, in my opinion. How do you flip a trade? Like, say you're long and you immediately get short at the highs instead of taking profits? Well, in my case, for me, what works the best is if I get stopped, I take some time off. Well, some time off. I just go, I just don't immediately flip, because in my opinion, instantly flipping just leads to revenge trading and not really taking decisions you should. So in this case, for example, I shorted here. If price did from here this and I'd get stopped, I wouldn't immediately flip long. I'd probably set another wait and set another game plan. Say if we do this, then I'd get long, or if we do this, I will re-short, but not blindly flip long. It's not because plan A doesn't work that you have to take plan B, right? It's not because your short gets stopped that you immediately have to long, because price could as well, for example, if you shorted here and price did this, it could have been as well just another stop hunt and then see the downside. So instantly flipping after a stop out is, yeah, not how I like to work. And for newer traders, I'd also say the best rule you can give yourself at the start of your trading career is don't take more than one position a day. Because if you get stopped, you're just more emotional because of what you lost. And yeah, you will not look rationally at the charts, and you'll just enter a position because you hope you will make back your money. Do you have a Discord? I do, but it's closed. Did you short here? I am short, yes. Not here, but from this sweep I did short, and I'm targeting these lows. What do you think of 37k? The more downside to lower, then more downside to lower 30ks. Yeah, possible, but I don't think from here. So that's 37 area. Then I think this, so first lower, and then upside in here, and then more downside is more likely. You don't seem to do intraday trades. If yes, as a full-time trader, what other activities do you do during the day, assuming your target levels are not reached during the day? Well, I do. I'd say I'm a day trader. I barely swing trade, to be honest, and if I do, I mostly suck at it. I'm better at intraday trades. Just quick in and out, like this one, short it here, and I hope to get these lows today, and then I'll be fully out. Do you always gradually TP? Well, not really, but I like doing that because in the past I've had a lot of instances where I had a great entry and price ran close to my TP and then reversed all the way back to entry, and I'd still get stopped. Sometimes in profit or at break even, but so yeah, that's just a way to throw away unrealized profit bigly, and in the long run it can cost you a lot of money not taking profit on the way down. So now I just take profit at key levels and key lows where price can reverse and go back to entry, just like with this low. If you short here, this could be an area where price reverses and head back to entry, so take some profit. Taking profit is never bad, you know. Is plan B a joke? Yes. Since how long are you trading full time? More important, how long before you started to get profitable? Lots of loss before to really understand the structure, the kind. Yeah, when was it? When did I go full time? 2019, I think. 2019, 2020, somewhere there. And yeah, it took me about 2 years to get profitable, to be honest. Took me a long time, but yeah. And I have blown multiple accounts, so there's nothing wrong with that. I started noticing how price reacts to levels I set according to my strategy. However, I still lack in entering positions, entry triggers. Do you some pattern you look for before entering? I just like entering market, mostly if price enters the area I was watching. So as I said up here, for example, you had confluence with supply, with the sweep of these highs, with a bearish market structure. So you just know there's a high probability if price sweeps these highs that it's gonna reverse back down. And then I just enter market, put your stop and chill. Almost became a meme. Stock to flow. Stock to flow is a meme. Can you talk about what you need to see before you confirm a level has been reclaimed? What time frame do you use? Well, yeah, I mean, that's a difficult question since reclaiming a level is indeed different for a lot of people, which is also the reason I pretty much stopped waiting for the reclaim and just enter on the sweep. As I said, if the invalidation is clean, why not just enter? And if it keeps on pumping, well, then you're wrong. But if you're right, the risk reward of the trade is much higher and it pays off much more to just enter there. But yeah, for some people the reclaim is the close above. But as I also said, Bitcoin recently tends to break down, close here and then rip up, or close above and then just bleed down again. So yeah. How do you avoid being in correlated crypto markets, George? What do you mean? You mean like being in multiple alts and in Bitcoin, and then if Bitcoin nukes, everything nukes? Or I'm personally not holding alts. I do trade alts from time to time, but yeah, holding alts is a meme in my opinion. Do you leave trades overnight? Depends from time to time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Where did you learn? I learned a lot from Crypto Trooper. Joined his group and yeah, I learned most of the things I did from him. But yeah, there's a lot of people I learned from on Twitter and stuff. Trader SZ as well. He's he's a legend, obviously. But it all started with joining the group of Crypto Troopers. So holding alts isn't a meme, lol. It's just you are more a trader than investor. Yeah, I mean, call it whatever you want. I just think, yeah, for some people obviously it works, but it's nothing for me. You talk a lot about liquidity sweep, so price will only move in the other direction after the sweep. That's a must. nothing is a must in the market, but if one side is cleared and the other side has clean highs or clean lows, there's just a high probability that price is gonna get drawn to that area. And that's basically the whole point of my strategy. Stop holding levered beta assets. Are you gonna do some more articles on Medium like the one with... I don't know, maybe one day. Legacy are risking off. Damn, SPX, damn. I mean, downside early in the week is very good, you know. So you should be happy we're dumping right now. If you want to have a bullish week, a nuke from the open is very good. As you can see, flat weekly top. Do you see any flat candle on this chart that hasn't been taken within like 2-3 weeks? I don't think so. You have this one, but got taken 2 weeks after. So you see, that's gonna be the drawn price once we sweep last week's low, which is why I don't think that we'll have another weekly candle like this, at least from here. And if we do, I think we first take out a high and then might get it. But if we do this first, I'll be looking for longs targeting this this flat top. We'll buy them all a tree. An advice to someone doing crypto full time. I mean, if you're doing crypto full time, you should be profitable, right? My long about to get liquidated. I'm very... Wait, you're long? I thought you were short. Yeah, hourly close like this in 13 minutes. Oh, it's a joke. Okay. Yeah, I think the lows are next. Is it really flat though? It doesn't have a wick. It does have a wick. Where? Look, it's flat. There is technical wick. I mean, even if it's a small wick, you know, just a little wick is still a flat top. Especially on the weekly, it still will attract price. What's funding look like? Yeah, pretty neutral, I'd say. Which isn't, yeah. If you're down this much, you want to see lower funding, I think. What is the significance of candle being flat? Well, because it attracts price. Because most candles have a wick to the upside and the downside. So if a candle has a flat top, it's just setting, there's a big chance that it's just setting the the lower wick and then returns to the top, to the open of the candle and trades above it. Either that or within a few candles after. So for example, on the daily, flat top, we could very well close here and then sell off again tomorrow, but within the coming days should be trading, should be a draw to that open. Two consecutive big black weekly candles to 30k should be very bullish. Why would two big red candles be bullish? Could you quickly draw that OTE again, based on which you determine the short invalidation? Yeah, so it's when we were trading here, right? So we were pumping a little. So we were doing this upside, and I was hoping to get a sweep of this and this. And you had range from this high to this low, equal highs. Highs got swept, so you have range high here. Then if price went higher from here, the OTE area was from this high to this low. And then OTE came in around here. And you have the weekly and the daily open resting here, which is why there's a lot of confluence within this box, which is why I set my invalidation above this and shorted here. Easy invalidation. Draw on liquidity was to the downside. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Try to time alt's good entry point and support, but Bitcoin is leading the game. Is it not better to wait for Bitcoin to stabilize before finding a good old entry in alt? Yeah, that's why I'm also taking it easy with altcoins. Yeah. Inside bar yesterday, we are taking the low of that inside bar right now. High probability we take the high of it next. Let's see. Yeah, you mean this one. So what day was this? Monday to Saturday high. And Saturday low. Yep. Indeed. Inside bars since Saturday. So if we take the low, the draw is gonna be on Saturday high. So look for the sweep. And then bullish setups towards Saturday high. That's what you mean, right? Yeah. Yesterday is the inside day though, so take Sunday's low. Now it would, yeah. Wait. Yeah, so far, I mean, you can't know this is an inside bar from yesterday because the candle hasn't closed, but from Saturday, we haven't closed the candle above Saturday high or below Saturday day low. So inside bars since Saturday. So what does that mean? It's just the high and the low will attract price, and whichever gets swept first, the draw will change towards the opposite side. Make sense? It's a 2-hour close as well in 5 minutes, so yeah, close like this and we're probably taking out some lows. I'll probably be looking to long. If we take a look at price action from here, I think we see there's a good chance we bounce on this area. Let's see. I'll probably look to trade something like this. But yeah, it's only Monday, so we gotta be patient because yeah, if we do this and some strength is coming in, but we spend a lot of time here, we could as well bleed down tomorrow, take out Monday low, and then head for Saturday high. So stops below Monday low probably ain't the best idea. So if you long already today, I'd keep stops like below this green area. Just so you're safe and just in case we do this. Make sense? You have days where you take no trades. Yeah, of course. I have the bad habits to always want to open positions. Yeah, that's what I think everyone struggles with a lot in their early days. They always want to be entering trades because they want to make money, right? But yeah, I mean, I've been saying that for ages. Is what you don't enter this market to make money. Your focus should not be making money, and obviously for many it is. I also came into this this world to make money, but that's pretty much the worst thing you can do. Focus on hitting setups and not on making money, because if you focus on making money, you will revenge trade, you will FOMO, you will take weight, you will overtrade, you will do the worst things possible and just blow your account. I'm 22 years old. I'm not eating, I'm drinking coffee. Lots of confluence at 32k in TPO. 32. Yeah, exactly. I think this green area is a nice bounce area if we get it, and especially if we get it from here, you know. And that's what I've been saying, you know. Always look at where the draw is. So if you leave a lot of highs and you head for the lows into a confluence area, the draw is gonna be to the upside big. But if we do something like this and take some liquidity, and then head for the highs first, so if we do this and then go for the lows, then this is a less significant buy because we already swept the highs and made the lower high. So then if you're long here, what's gonna be your target? you know, then the draw is less significantly to the upside than where price would just nuke from here, because then you have then you have the flat top here and some unswept highs here, while if we head for the highs first and then here, then it's less significant buy, less how do I say this, lower probability. Hoi Wishbone. How do you make your trend line so straight fast? I'm always finding it making... Yeah, it's just holding shift. You just press and then you hold shift and then they snap to horizontal. Why are other markets like Nasdaq not relevant in your strategy? Because I think if you trade Bitcoin, you should also be charting Bitcoin and nothing else. And not overcomplicate things by saying Nasdaq looks bearish, so I'm not gonna take a long on Bitcoin, for example. You know, if you're trading Bitcoin, just chart Bitcoin and give your thoughts on Bitcoin and not on anything else. So yeah, the hourly just closed pretty bad in my opinion. And like, for example, what I said about the flat bottoms and tops, we have a flat, we instantly pumped from the close. So there's a high probability that price is gonna trade back towards the flat bottom and at least take it out before potentially trading higher. How do you have approached the markets after blowing off your account on another strategies, smaller positions? Well, mostly when you blow an account, it's not because you can't chart and because you suck at trading, but because you overtrade and don't follow your risk management. I mean, 99% of the people who fail in this market are 1% away from being profitable. And they have the skills, but they just don't follow their risk management. And that's the reason they're not profitable. Weekly high, open, Monday high. Yeah, I use all of those. Yearly, monthly, on any time frame, yes. My life just became so much easier. But lately it's following S&P 500 and main global index, right? Yeah, well, if it does follow the SPX, why would you look at it? It's just gonna follow anyway. So if you're bearish on the SPX, you should also be bearish on Bitcoin, so there's no point in looking at it. See, so flat bottom, almost taken. Yeah, I think we trade towards this low next. My TPs are set. Yep. But yeah, on the weekly, we have this weekly range, this quarterly range with the range high, range low. I mean, the way we traded towards this demand isn't really what you wanted to see. So even if you long the sweep of this, which I think is high probability, I'll definitely be looking for shorts if we retest this area and target the lows. I think it makes sense to target these lows next on shorts. And that doesn't mean you can't be looking for longs, because I think we bounced from the area that I was watching for a low to being in. But I think now we, if we sweep and then bump higher, it's just a liquidity grab, and then we make the final nuke below these lows towards 26k, somewhere around there. If you had $1,000 starting capital, how much would you allocate per trade? Probably like $10. And then slowly increase your risk once you see your performance go up and once you're more confident. Scalp short to 32.3, then long targeting 37. How does it sound? Well, that's pretty much what I'm in right now. Although I'm not targeting down here, I'm taking profits. I already took some profits. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, well, some more orders got hit now. And my final one is below here. Well, below here and then one slightly below. If we bounce from here, equal lows, so easy short if we, yeah, wouldn't long this. Did the low get taken on any exchange? Let's see. Yeah, FTX, obviously. Nance, nope. Nah, we're going lower, man. We're going lower in my opinion. Equal lows. Come on. At 33 to yeah. That's a nice target. Although, yeah, I just take most of your profit if you're short below here. Like I said, I don't think we sell off big now on a Monday. I think we'll fade the breakdown. But yeah, obviously I could be wrong, but I'm personally taking full profit on this below here, and I think I even will look for a long. Nah, I wouldn't short down here. Okay, now the low got taken. Giving this a little more time. I have 1/6 of my shorts still running. Hmm. $31. Yeah, I'm closing. What's it gonna be? Give me a little lower, come on. Yeah, I want to see a little lower, to be honest, like 33.3 or something. Let's target that. 33.3. Come on, one more sweep. $33,424 value area low. 424. Yeah, so also around there. So one more sweep would be nice. Giving it a little more time here. I trade on FTX. Should I look at the Bitcoin per FTX chart or some other exchange charts? Well, makes the most sense to look at the chart you trade on, in my opinion, but yeah, that's just personal preference. How would you define your risk here? Well, in this case, I'd be entering probably down here, but I'd keep my stops very wide for now. Probably at like 31. And target up here. As you can see, that's still 1.8 R. And that gives me the chance to add. Oof. Okay, my final TP got hit. And I'm long. Yeah, I'm long. Market longed. But low risk for now, you know. Giving it a lot of space to chop around and room to add. Entry for now is 33,716. Not bad. Not bad. And if we get a little lower, I'll probably be adding. But for now, I think I'm good. Yep. Probably gonna chop around here a bit. Might get some more sweeps, but I don't think we break down big. We could though, so manage your risk as always. 1 3 2. You said about poor high around 35.3. How do you define this, that structure is inferior? Not sure what you mean with that. 35.3. Oh, this one. Yeah, so like I said, invalidation for shorts up here was so clean, right? Because you had a lot of confluence in this area, so stops above there should be safe. And we had some clean highs resting here, so I said if we sweep this, the draw on liquidity is even more to the downside, all of these lows, which is why I took the short from here on the sweep of this, because that just adds more probability to the trade, adds more, yeah, confluence. And as you can see, it played out beautifully. Guys, if you like the stream, please leave a like. And feel free to subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes. 22 more to go, come on. Any thoughts on buying spot here for alts? For alts, I have no clue. For Bitcoin, I think that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, could as well go to like 26 as I explained, but I think buying spot here definitely makes sense. So as you can see, this was the stupid loss from over the weekend. And this was now my short, so already more than what I lost over the weekend. So this is closed, and now I'm flipping long again. But very slowly. Risk for now is like 0.3R or something. Because yeah, obviously it's only Monday, anything can happen. And we could chop around a lot longer. Do you use order blocks in structuring trades or mostly sweeps of resting liquid? Yeah, definitely. Sweeps don't go by themselves. You don't blindly buy a sweep, you buy a sweep into something. So yeah, I do use order blocks. Order blocks, supply, demand, whatever you want to call it, is basically just a sideways price action before a move. If it's up, it's called demand. When price returns to that area, it's gonna more than likely act as support. So then you want to look for sweeps in there, and then that's the higher probability long. Invalidation below, and exactly the same the other way around. Sideways price action before a nuke is supply, and you want to be looking for sweeps of the highs into that area, and then that's a high probability short which stops above the supply. What would be your signal to cut your long here? Nothing. If we nuke lower here, I'll just hold, and yeah, if we nuke below my stop, I'll get stopped, but I think that's unlikely, and I believe that you want to be looking for longs down here and not shorts, which is what I did. So my invalidation is set, and I'm not gonna close if we dump lower, because yeah, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, the setups of this week will target this liquidity block up here. As I said, downside early in the week is a good sign. Yeah, quite some liquidations as well on this downside. Give us your thoughts on Bitcoin dominance. I think that's a meme. I think a lot of things are a meme, but Bitcoin dominance is one of the biggest memes in the whole crypto atmosphere, in my opinion. I mean, Bitcoin dominance, just think about it. It's just, yeah, why would you? But yeah, people, I mean, I also, what advantage gives it the Bitcoin dominance? Nah, I don't see it. I don't know. But yeah, if it works for you, congrats, but I fucking hate it. See, lots of liquidity, lots of liquidations hit on this recent down move, and tons of liquidity resting above these highs. So poor gap around 37.5. So yeah, I think you want to be looking for longs down here. I'll be adding if we see a little lower, because yeah, risk is very, very low right now. So, or wait for tomorrow for a Monday low. And yeah, I could be wrong, of course. If we do this, so be it. But yeah, I think we at least revisit this area within this week. This inefficiency, I don't know. Two more likes for 100, come on. Which liquidations indicator are you using on TradingView? It's the one on this, on a high block. High block has an integrated indicator for liquidations. This one. Why not wait for the reclaim of 34 to go long? Well, that's what I've been explaining, right? Because my plan would be the same on the reclaim anyways, so why not just mark it in here? Probability is good, invalidation is set. So yeah. Did you open your Discord again? Nope. The more altcoins that get created, the less Bitcoin dominance will have. It's a stupid delusional thing to look at. Well, not sure about that, but yeah, I also think it's stupid. Congrats on 100. Hey, let's go. Watch us bounce perfectly at this level. Or not. Now I'm not gonna add yet. I'll wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow on the Monday low sweep will be higher probability. So I'm just gonna stick to this and see what it does and keep my risk low. Just gonna chill for now. Follies, what's up, man? How are you? Hope you are the same. Yes, sir, I am. Already one nice trade this week, and now went long. Starting of the week good. Yeah, so for now it's just waiting, you know. This short ID played out beautifully. From this to this. Not bad, you know, not bad. And so yeah, I shorted this, closed down here, well, took some profits here, here, and then the rest down there. And now I think it's time to look for longs. But obviously I could be wrong. But my invalidation is set. For now it's just waiting. Probably chop around here, get a little bounce, and then I hope to see a sweep of Monday low tomorrow without taking too much liquidity to the upside, which gives the draw a much bigger advantage. And then yeah, I'd be looking, say this is Monday low, right? I'll be looking for the sweep of Monday low and long add here. And then if we reclaim some key levels, the daily open by that time. So if the daily closes about here, right, your daily open will be resting here. If we manage to reclaim that, you could trail our stops below Monday low instead of below this box, and then target the liquidation block and these poor highs here by that time. So Saturday high, pretty much this. Okay, so any more questions? What significance of that green line? Pretty much nothing, because it's 33333. So if no more questions, I'll head off, because right now it's just waiting, you know. I've given my thoughts and I've given what I'm watching. So thank you all for coming. An average of 100 people watching, which is amazing. Over 100 likes already. So big thanks to you guys. Really appreciate it. I will do these more often. I'll let you guys know on Twitter when. I don't really have a fixed schedule for that, but yeah, I'll let you know in time. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks to my sponsor, Prime. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.